Hello and welcome to the Chelmsford Public Schools Arts Department TV show, Spotlight on Fine Arts. This month we will talk to parents from the Chelmsford Friends of Music, and we'll also learn what teachers are learning for professional development. And now, Spotlight Fine Arts episode 66.
Hello, my name is Mello. Every year, Chelmsford parents get together to support our music students. This group is called Chelmsford Friends of Music, or CFOM. CFOM is holding their annual fundraising auction now. Let's head to the studio to talk to some CFOM members now.
Well, we are so lucky in Chelmsford because we have a terrific parent booster organization to support our music programs K through 12, and they're called the Chelmsford Friends of Music, or CFOM. And I have a few of our CFOM members here in the studio today. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So we have a lot of parents involved with this group and a long-standing tradition of supporting our students. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what the group is and how it works.
Okay. Well, CFOM stands for Chelmsford Friends of Music. We were established in what, late 80s, I believe it was, 89-ish?
Correct.
With the goal of supporting and promoting the music programs here in Chelmsford throughout the schools from the elementary right up through the high school. And I think we've done a pretty good job over the years. So, and monies that we raise have gone back into helping out with equipment like risers. We have some college scholarships. We have what we call camperships, where kids anywhere from maybe 7th, 8th grade up through the high school can go off to a summer music camp, and we help subsidize that. We also pay for a lot of the registration fees, like for senior districts and so forth. So all of the music kids, whether they're vocal, orchestral, or band, they tend to try out for the state districts, and they pay their audition fee, which I think is about $10, but if they're selected, it can get very expensive at the district and then at the state level, and we actually cover that. And then we have other one-time things where we've paid for repairing instruments. We helped out the Thursdays this past year when they were selected to go down to New York and had a big competition down there. That was a big help there. So we're around to help out when and where we're needed. So
We provide monetary support, and we also provide human support. We will help out at any functions that may need to be done. We've attended MICA festivals and helped get people get around there.
And the support is really integral to the success of the programs too, because as you said, you know, we have so many students who participate in the junior and senior district festivals from Mass Music Educators Association, and the participation fees are expensive, so that can be prohibitive for some of the families. So
exactly.
We really appreciate it. So let's talk about one fundraiser. You're always fundraising. At any concert, you know, we see the candy sales out front, and every little bit helps. But this is, I don't know if this is the third year or the fourth year, but you have a big fundraiser coming up.
It's actually, I think it's our 6th year.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, in its current rendition. So it's actually gone through a couple changes over the years. We started out, it was, the auction was actually sort of a dinner/auction up at the Senior Center.
Right.
In the last several years, we've actually had it over at the Performing Arts Center at the high school in December, the evening of the winter concert, so that people can come through and check all the items out in the foyer. So
And you also have an online element to the auction as well, right?
Yes, we use Bidding Owl to help us get bids from all across the nation if people want to bid. Most of the bids do come from local participants, but you never know when extended family might want to bid on something, and
Absolutely.
that's why we use it.
That's right.
And what kind of items will people have the opportunity to bid on this year?
We have some fantastic items. The parking space for the Chelmsford High School principal is one of the items.
Popular.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Tom Cristiano has donated a painting for us. He's fantastic. There's many diverse items. They do have a music theme to them.
Which is appropriate.
But there's a lot of gift certificates, museum passes, excuse me.
Lots of local restaurants and businesses have donated certificates, oil changes for the mechanic out there. But there's also handmade quilts. There's books. We've had a wine and chocolate basket in the past.
One item of note also is we usually receive a print from the Homer Simpson people, because there are some people on staff in the staff that produces Homer Simpson.
Right. For those longtime residents, they'll remember Bonnie Wilder, who was a music teacher here in town,
right.
down at South Row, and I remember her, which is kind of dating myself, but her son actually is one of the artists for The Simpsons, and through him, he's been kind enough to donate a poster from them autographed by all the art staff out there. And
really
that's a
exciting.
big fun one every year. So, and we have other things up for those rising seniors who are going to have to be taking senior pictures. We have a photo shoot session next
Nice.
summer that's going to be available. So I won't say who the photographer is, but I know him very well. So.
So if people want to go online now and start bidding, where do they go?
The site will be coming available on the 29th. So
Of November,
if
okay.
they go out there, it's on Bidding Owl, it's Chelmsford Friends of Music. If they go out, I don't know if they can see anything just yet, but if they do, they might see some stuff from last year. But the online auction does go up live at noon on the 29th, so not even a week?
So
week
November
after?
29th, it'll go
Right.
live.
And then it's up for 2 weeks. The online portion will close on December 13th, just before midnight. And then the highest bidders at that point will come through, and that's where the auction bidding will start at the Performing Arts Center during the winter concert in a silent auction format. So we'll have the items there with the sheets with the highest bid at that point. And if people want to look at them and possibly up the bid, they can. So in past years, it's run about 50-50 whether or not the online or in-person bidder is the winner. So it's a good mix. So don't hesitate to bid online. But at least go and check it out. So there's a lot of good stuff out there.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
So go to biddingowl.com to place online bids and come to the Performing Arts Center on December 21st.
It's the 14th is the concert.
Oh, the 14th is the concert. Okay.
Right.
I have
It's a Thursday
have
night.
concerts every night.
I know you do.
But-
and we know because we have candy sales there every night.
I know. So December 14th.
14th at the Pack.
Come early, bid often,
Right. And enjoy some music.
have a great show, exactly.
That's right.
And we have lots of wonderful ensembles that are playing that night, and
right.
hopefully you'll say a few words at the concert as well.
Well, Dan and I have been there for several years now, so you may see us there.
You have it down.
It's the Dan and Jim show.
That's right.
Yep.
And why don't you tell us, if parents want to participate in the group, how do they get involved? Because this is really, it's open to parents
Anybody.
at all of our schools. I mean, from CHIPS through elementary, middle, high, all the levels. So how do people get involved?
Well, one of the easiest ways is if you happen to be at one of the concerts around town at one of the schools, and we have a table there, you can talk to anybody at the table. If you want to come to one of our board meetings, we have a monthly board meeting, which usually is the third Thursday of the month from September and through June. We're at the library in the center of town, the Adams Library. And then from 7 to 9. And let's see, what else? You can go to the school website. We have a page there for Friends of Music, or you can actually go to, is it cfam.org?
cfam.org, yes.
cfam.org,
Yep.
and that'll direct you. We have a Facebook page, we have a website, so, and you can communicate with us via email also at Chelmsford Friends of Music. So,
Great.
Right now, the board that we have has a lot of parents whose children are juniors or seniors in high school. So we're really looking for some fresh blood to come help us out, because it's we've seen a lot of the same faces a lot, and it's great to see some new people come in, bring in fresh ideas, help us out. And nobody does anything alone. You wouldn't come to a meeting and we'd saddle you with something right then and there. Come to the meeting, see what it's about, work with someone, do something that you like. And that's what I've been doing for the last 7 to 8 years, and I've enjoyed everything that I do. I'll do it as treasurer and bottle and can manager.
all right, you can do as little or as much as you want. That's how I got started 9, 10 years ago, when my wife volunteered to do the candy sales at the concerts. And of course, like a lot of other husbands, my wife drafted me to get included in this thing.
All right.
I've been with it ever since and enjoying it. So you can do candy sales, you can be involved in the auction. We run the dunk tank at the 4th of July Town Fair, which is a lot of fun. That's a blast. You set up, tear down, or run the booth, get dunked for that matter. So we have lots of fun there. Bottle and can drives, working with Dan, from March through November. So there's lots of opportunities. So, and we also run concerts on occasion too. So we've had a cabaret night for a number of years, and this year we're going to be working with the high school Lime group to do a joint concert in the February timeframe. So I'll be watching for that. So
Nice.
and one other thing is, we do have a newsletter which goes out. So if you get on our mailing list, you'll get current activities and dates. So
Perfect. So thank you for everything you do for our students, and thank you to the entire CFOM membership. If you want to get involved, please visit the Chelmsford Public Schools website and go to the CFOM page, Chelmsford Friends of Music. And don't forget about the very exciting winter auction that will be happening by the time this show airs. And join us at the CHS Winter Concert on December 14th for live bidding and a great show. Thank you so much again for being on the show and for all that you do for our students.
thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Catie Correia. Do you know that some days when students don't have school, the teachers still go to school? Wow, this is called teacher professional development. In November, art, music, and theater teachers from many school districts came to CHS for a day of learning. Now let's talk to Dr. Hirsch about that one day every fall when the teachers became the students.
I'm here in the studio with a very famous person. You may have seen her on the former TV show Literacy with Linda. She is now our assistant superintendent. Linda Hirsch, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I have my other TV show. It's called School Committee. You should, watch it sometime.
And that's ongoing.
Yeah, it's must-see TV.
Yeah.
Twice a month.
Tune in.
Tune in.
So thank you, for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. This was exciting. When you called me, you know how I love TV, so here I am.
Let's talk a little bit about Northeast Professional Educator Network and a really exciting day that happened this past November for our art, music, and theater teachers. First of all, what is Northeast Professional Educator Network, or we can say NPEN?
NPEN. Well, yeah, since we've said the right word, we can now talk in acronyms. So NPEN is really this creation of the Merrimack Valley Assistant Superintendents. Typically, when we have to do professional development, we're all vying for the same funds to put together high-quality PD for our teachers. Some of our teachers, such as fine and performing arts teachers, our L teachers, guidance, we don't have many of those teachers in our district, so it gets a little cumbersome to try and put together professional development for, say, 5 people. And in order to bring outside providers in, it becomes costly. So we started sharing some costs with Bill Ricca. I was working with the Bill Ricca Assistant Superintendent, and we thought, well, wait a minute, if we can do quality PD for some of these groups between these 2 districts, why couldn't we do it for more than two districts. So the group got together. We have a group that's called the Merrimack Valley Curriculum Leaders Exchange, MVCLE, because we love acronyms. And at that group, we made this proposal. This was 3 years ago. This is our third year with NPEN. And we said, let's try it. And quite honestly, we put together this quality PD in 1 month for the first year. A little bit of bedlam. But what we'll do is we offer the professional development. We have coordinators such as yourself who take on putting together the presentations, what the teachers will see, and each district holds the site for those teachers to come. So for example, we were in Chelmsford, and obviously we had fine and performing arts teachers at Chelmsford High School. We also had the world languages, and then over at the McCarthy Middle School, we put in it's our specialized teachers, like our SLPs, our speech teachers, our PT, and Valley Collaborative ran that. So on that full professional day, teachers can go off, work with other teachers in other districts, and have that nicer PD rather than just with 5 or 10 people.
Right, and as an arts teacher, you know, a music teacher, so many times on professional development days in this district, other districts, you know, we end up working on important things, but maybe not directly related to our content. So it's so valuable to have this opportunity to work with, you know, content-alike teachers from districts all around the area. How many school districts participated?
So we had over 20 school districts, but this year we hit the record, 2,100 educators.
That's
so
amazing.
yeah, that many educators in one day to receive high quality PD is amazing. And here's the thing, it's nice because it's short money for the district. So what we originally did is we proposed a certain amount of money in order to pay for the presenters, the little small things like, you know, pens and little lanyards, because it doesn't cost us money to provide professional development in our schools. That's just part of our school programming. So what we did is we put together a tiered system. So for example, we're a large district. I send over 100 teachers in all of the different disciplines that we were just talking about. And it's $1,200. That's $12 a head. Normally,
Wow.
professional development, if I were to send just a few teachers out to a conference, it could be upwards of $350. A lot of our funding comes from Title IIA grants, so not all districts have the monies in their operating budget. So we try to be as frugal as possible, but also providing teachers with what they need. It can be a little difficult, I think, for some of our teachers that, for example, you're an art teacher, like you had said, a lot of the PD focuses around like the pedagogy of things. They really are looking for, how can I increase my art content knowledge to then provide that for students.
Exactly. And here at Chelmsford High School, this was our second year hosting, and we did host all the art, music, and theater teachers, and I was one of the site coordinators along with Christy, who is the Bill Ricca Fine and Performing Arts Coordinator. And we had 350 teachers, and 22-ish sessions, and everything from, you know, Museum of Fine Arts, Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. We had a theater company in. People were leading band reading sessions, orchestra reading sessions. So we walked down the hallway, and there's all this art making and music making. And
it's amazing, because even the first year I told you, here's all these musicians coming from all these different districts. They all got together and were playing beautiful music. I'm like, how does that happen? Like, they knew what they needed to do, and they talked to each other about what that sounded like. What should we do next? What would be something you can bring back to the classroom? The high school was like alive and with excitement. Our other teachers are still there too, like our math, our science, and they were providing PD as well. So they got excited. It kind of gave that wonderful vibe of what's happening in the schools. So everybody was just excited and had a very good day.
Yeah, it was so refreshing and inspiring. And plus, we really do it up here in Chelmsford.
Well,
we have all the vendors. We have, Berklee College of Music was there, and Crayola, and all these other vendors, with giveaways for teachers and lesson plans and all kinds of resources.
Yeah,
so.
It was great because, you even had the video set up for teachers to be doing some interviews. So hopefully, we'll be seeing some of those pretty soon.
Yes, we will.
It's treating people like adults at a professional conference. We were able to provide lunch. We worked with our food service directors throughout the Merrimack Valley they were very excited. This is something that they look forward to as well, because they're like, we like to provide this catering for these teachers to have something other than, people have that connotation of, oh, it's school lunch. Well, no, it's really a nice buffet of food, and they were super excited to work with us and be part of the whole programming. So yeah, I thought it was pretty exciting. I was able, the good news was I was able to get between schools in the golf cart, because we had so many people parking at the high school, because in addition to your group and world languages, we were piloting our business department. So area business department teachers were at Chelmsford High School coming in for their quality PD and just being part of this whole program. It's a lot of work, but it's such meaningful work, and people, I believe, really appreciate it. They fill out their surveys, and we're able to make changes each year as we get the information from teachers, which is great.
Yeah, next year we're looking at lots of hands-on stuff.
Yeah, it's teacher driven, right? It's what they know what they need. They're the experts. You have that confidence in them that they went into this role because this is what they love to do. So let's take, there's enough degrees in these buildings that we should be able to provide our own PD and solve our own problems.
Exactly. All right, so you ready to do it again next year?
We're getting ready. This year, this is a little tidbit for you, we're going to actually plan it in advance. So the first year, we were literally under the gun. Year 2, and we weren't part of the first larger one where I sent teachers, only because we didn't have the same day off. Now that we have the same day off, we got a little bit better. We got the information out. This year, we plan on being very efficient and hopefully having a lot of the bulk of that early work done by June.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, we're getting it. Listen.
I better get cracking, finding some good sessions. All right. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, good to know. A little tidbit of information.
Well, thank you so much for all of the work that goes into planning to have, professional development available that's content specific for, as you said, over 2,000 educators this year. I'm sure it'll be more next year.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you for all you do for our students.
No, thank you. This was wonderful.
And as Dr. Hirsch mentioned, we have some footage behind the scenes at NPenn as teachers from various districts walked up for teacher interviews, and producer Pete Padula was there to hear what they had to say. So let's check that out.
Hi, I'm Catie Himmel. I'm from Tewksbury, and I am a music teacher, choral teacher, and very glad to be here today because it is about music and art and what I actually want to study. So I'm always excited to learn something new in the areas that I actually teach in and care about.
My name's Tim Olewski. I'm a band teacher and music teacher for grades 5 through 8 in Tewksbury. It's always good to just get different perspectives from people who aren't just teaching the same thing I teach every day.
My name is Laura Gomez-Ickes. I'm a K-5 art teacher in the North Reading Public Schools, and I'm looking forward to meeting new colleagues today and learning new techniques.
My name's Hillary Bridge. I'm the district-wide band director for Littleton Public Schools in Littleton, Massachusetts. And we're here today for some professional development in our own content areas, which is great. Many schools in Massachusetts today don't have school today, so the teachers can have professional development, and this provides us an opportunity to get some skills and new ideas in our own fields.
I'm Ashley Carey, and I work at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and I am a visual arts teacher, and I'm excited to have some professional development today, specifically catered to the arts.
Hi, my name is Jenna Johnson. I work in the Gloucester Public School District. I am an elementary school teacher, and I also teach the after-school band program. I just attended the instrument repair workshop, and it was extraordinarily helpful, and I'm really excited to bring that back to my district.
Good morning, my name is Phyllis Gottlieb, and I teach elementary music and chorus in Swampscott. And I have just had the most fantastic session with Cheryl Mantini. It was a choral reading. She is a dynamo. I loved everything she said and learned so much. And the first session was for LGBT, very contemporary and important, and it's been great.
Hi, my name is Steve, and I'm a theater and chorus teacher in Saugus, Massachusetts. And today I learned a lot about Photoshop, which is going to come really handy in putting our collages together to represent our musicals and all the hard work the students have done, and it's been a really great day.
My name is Thaddeus Bell. I work in the Wilmington Public Schools. I'm a general music instructor for grades K, 4, and 5, and I'm a choral director also. And my last session was the choral reading session. I learned a lot about some of the whys behind our warm-up techniques, and I enjoyed singing a wide variety of different songs in the reading session and meeting other music teachers. And I look forward to the next time we have one of these.
My name is Tara Atzelis. I am a ceramics art teacher at North Reading High School. This is a great opportunity to be with colleagues, discuss what we bring to our classrooms and share our experiences with each other. I've walked away today with some great ideas. It is a really awesome opportunity to take a break from being with our students and just interact with colleagues and learn from each other.
My name is Emmanuel Toledo. I'm the 9th grade academy band instructor at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. And today's conference, NPEN conference, has been excellent. The first session that I attended had to do with LGBTQ, rights in students, and deepening our understanding of the subject and how we can support students in that topic is very much a very real part of their experience as a human and as a student. So that was really excellent. I also got to check out the music and arts repair session, just kind of seeing what are some on-site repairs that I can do on my own. That was very helpful. And at the same time, I'm going to a band reading session. I brought my instrument and I'm looking forward to playing some music and having some fun with that. So yeah, it's been great.
So my name is Risa Cap and I teach in Haverhill Public Schools. I teach at Greenleaf School, Bartlett School, which used to be Kindergarten Center, and Constantino Elementary and Middle School. And this is Mary.
I'm Mary Krikorian, and I also teach for the Haverhill Public School System at Pentucket Lake Elementary School and Walnut Square School.
And so far, were you in the LGBT?
I was not.
Okay, so where were you?
I was in the creative cartooning.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then we just came from
choral
singing,
reading session,
which was
that
fantastic.
was a lot of fun. We had a great time with that. The instructor was excellent. It was great to see old friends from college for me. We see old friends and people who we used to teach in the same districts as and everything like that. So that's been really great. Yeah, we're having a great time.